We have some news from Vertical Aerospace, eHang, Beta Technologies, and much more. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking eVTOLs. Welcome to this Saturday regular. I can hear the sound coming through. That's great. Welcome to this Saturday. Let me just put it down. Welcome to this Saturday special, or is it a special if it's every weekend? Might not be. This is the Saturday show on Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. I'm covering mainly eVTOLs, advanced air mobility, aerospace, and as you could see yesterday, defense eventually as well. Thank you everyone for joining. I can see people coming in. We will start right off the bat, and we have some not so pleasant news for you as a retail investor. I will record this as a video, so I will do a little intro. I'll give you the main part of the sandwich and I'll give you outro. So, let me just do this. Vertical Aerospace, another bloodbath for the retail investor? Well, maybe not. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking eVTOLs. We have some news. This is recorded on my Saturday live show, and we have some news from Vertical Aerospace, just announced Friday after the closing bell. Vertical Aerospace has filed a prospectus supplement with the SEC to raise up to $100 million through at-the-market equity program with Jefferies LLC as sales agent. What you can see here is our unique newsletter. If you subscribe to this, you have 7-day free trial. You can definitely try it because I think it's very worth it. You get your daily market forecast by Sensei. You have your top 5 picks. You have your topic of the day, deep dive, chart analysis, whatever, you name it. I do one on Saturday and you can see it right here. It's fairly interactive. You have links to this show. There are a lot of useful links, a lot of media, pictures, videos, polls, comments. You can be part of this as well. So link is below under the video. It's a 7-day trial. No, that's the only way how to find out if it's worth it, isn't it? So what's happened with Vertical Aerospace? Vertical Aerospace ticker symbol eVTL. Most of you know because we are focusing on Vertical Aerospace very in depth on this channel. Share price as the market close, $4.51. Size of the offering is up to $100 million in ordinary shares. So this is not. This was a shelved dilution. This was a shelved offering already. They had 200 million shelved filing, and this is part of this, of the 200 million. The mechanism was at the market program, so the shares are sold gradually on the market. It's not like we are suddenly diluting. We are releasing a bundle or a handful of shares. The agent is Jefferies LLC. And they are earning up to 3% commission of the share sales. And the impact for the investor, it's about 20% dilution of the outstanding shares. The reaction was a bit mixed. As soon as this news came out, the price spiked up, and then it started selling off. It's not a bloodbath yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got, as it happens with dilution and offerings, if we got an overreaction on Monday, Tuesday. So don't be surprised if the price goes lower. However, it could be great entry opportunity for you as a long-term investor. So what is the purpose of these proceeds of the money? Vertical intends to allocate net proceeds to R&D expenses for the VX4 and the hybrid electric aircraft. We know that Vertical Aerospace have been, why don't I show you a video? Vertical Aerospace have been, not this one, Vertical Aerospace have been operating this one. Vertical Aerospace have been operating a piloted eVTOL aircraft. Currently, they have been going through 2 phases of flight testing. Currently, they are on the 3rd test phase, which is a CTOL. That means the aircraft moves only horizontally. Once they finish this, they will slowly transition into the last phase, and they will fully test the aircraft for its eVTOL, full eVTOL capability. So the aircraft will be taking off like this, vertically, then transitioning into a horizontal flight and flying actually horizontally. So what you can see, this is the test phase 2, and this is the vertical takeoff and maneuvering. However, it's not long left. We are literally talking weeks, and we will see aircraft 3. So it'll be a carbon copy of this aircraft you can see on the screen. And no doubt, Vertical Aerospace will be carrying out back-to-back piloted test flights. So this is some potentially not even long term, it's a short term great news, because we will see in few weeks time, we will see a new aircraft used for test flights. Then at the end of the year, we are expecting the certification aircraft. That will be aircraft 4 and third piloted aircraft, and this will be the aircraft used for the certification process. So it'll be slightly different to this test aircraft, but it will be pretty much the final version, or almost the final version of the aircraft. And then early next year, we can expect a hybrid power unit. Vertical, they promise 1,000-mile range of their hybrid power unit, which is market beating. Nobody can offer a 1,000-mile range from the market peers yet. So this could be something very attractive to the institutional partners. So obviously the proceeds are going to be used to accelerate and make sure we are achieving these 3 milestones. Risk factors, obviously, as already mentioned, is the dilution. New investors could see $5.51 per share, immediate dilution based on adjusted book value. Going concern warning. The company had the company had 62 million in cash as of June the 30th, and it continues to post heavy losses. Ongoing survival depends on raising additional funds. So this might not be the last offering, the last fundraising. However, we have been warning you. We have been warning you on every single occasion talking about Vertical Aerospace. It's a very bumpy ride, and it's a long-term ride. If you want to invest in Vertical, or pretty much every eVTOL company, but if you want to invest in Vertical in particular, short-term, don't do it. And then future dilution possible, 39 million in convertible notes and 22 million in warrants outstanding. Further dilution is likely. Recent developments. As of July 25, 69 million raised via public offering, about $5 per share. Sorry, exactly $5 per share. Board strengthened, and I will get to this very shortly. Patrick Kai, the ex-EASA executive director, appointed as a director in September 2025, literally last week or this week gone. And this is emphasizing the certification goals and progress for Vertical Aerospace. And their Flight Path 2030 business strategy, they are on track with the VX4 certification efforts, and they are through heavy reliance on capital market remains. Investor implication. This at-the-market offering signals urgent funding needs as Vertical advances certification. However, I would rather see the certification here at the early stage than later in the year when the cash burn, when there's not enough fuel to burn. So I think it's probably a good thing the fundraiser happened now rather than later. The positive is obviously flexible fundraising, regulatory leadership added, and we are continuing R&D momentum. Negative, heavy dilution pressure, recurring losses, and clear disclosure of going concern risks. Vertical Aerospace are in pre-revenue phase, and they will be in pre-revenue phase for a fair few quarters. So they are heavily relying on fundraisers and partnerships and investments. Bottom line, investors face a trade-off, exposure to long-term VX4 upside versus the near-term equity dilution and financial fragility. Let's see how the market's going to react to this. Let's see the opening price on Monday and Tuesday. I would not buy anymore at this point. I've got good stack of Vertical Aerospace shares. It's not the greatest advice. Don't follow me for my advice, but I believe in the company, and it makes up to majority of my portfolio currently, because I had to liquidate a lot of positions for various reasons. So I am waiting for further reaction. There could be massive overreaction that will carry through a couple of maybe 3 days, and then there will be a return. There could be a positive reaction as well. Let's see. I wouldn't jump into it right on Monday. I would wait. So, and if you are invested in Vertical, you know you have to be invested long term. So just sit, stay put, and wait for further updates. I will have next week, or this week if you are rewatching this video, there'll be a special for the retail investor invested in Vertical Aerospace, like a little investor handbook. And I'll be telling you all progress. I'll be updating all progress. I'll be telling you the coming milestones and what Vertical will be coming through in the next weeks and months. So this should give you better guidance and better opinion and assurance whether the company is on their track or it's not. That's it from me. Thank you for joining. If you like advanced air mobility, eVTOLs, Vertical Aerospace, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscriptions because we cover eVTOLs and aerospace pretty much daily. If you are watching this video, here is a link to my playlist. Here is another video. That's it for now. Take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. I was waiting for the audience to start streaming in. Let's catch up with the chat, and I can see already remarks to my beard. Yes, that's correct. Right, who we've got here? Let me zoom in. Can I zoom in? We've got David Hensley here. Thank you for your footwork as a moderator. Got 2 new members. Thank you very much. And Silver as well. Come on to Martyn's show through the week and tell him, Martyn, I'm the new investor. He will give you your perks and advantages. Pinned on top. Yesterday we covered the... What's the name of the conference? I keep forgetting it. But with me, Gabelli Aerospace and Defense Conference. There was a block of 4 segments back to back. It was quite good. Thank you everyone for joining me. I loved it. Obviously the audience was a bit fading away because it wasn't as interesting for the majority of the investors. These are companies we are not. We have not dedicating enough airtime, so probably you didn't find them as attractive, but definitely if you want to replay some, check out the pinned link. And when we finish, that should take you in there. If not, click on the pinned link. That will take you to New Horizon aircraft. Very bold and honest presentation by the CEO, Brandon Robinson. But we will get into that shortly. So thank you very much for joining me yesterday. Angie is here. Thank you. Good morning to you. Good day, you all. Philip Castle. I haven't seen you on my show yet. Welcome. Welcome to the Saturday special. Casey NTT50. Hello, Martyn. David Hensley. Caron Barkins. Brian Barker. Yeah, the new silver members. And Angie. Philip Castle. Yestin is here. Thank you for joining. Hello. Between the aisles. Martyn, come back. Martyn will be back. Don't worry. Martyn will be back on Monday. You're not missing him. I'm always doing Saturday morning show, as well as Sensei does his Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon show. So I'm here every Saturday, same time, same place, and then filling some gaps in the actual main airtime. Amy C is here sitting on some huge Archer and Joby bags. Amy, just keep sitting. That's great. What is your average, Amy? Let me know what is your average, and we can have a look into that. Abby is here. Hello, Vaz and Bloody Mary time. Smash the like button, banana heads. I love it. Where has the beard gone? Yeah, this is exactly the reason why I don't shave. It was too long, so I just had to trim it, and I got fed up with putting the things on the trimmer, and I just I'll just do it all. I didn't shave it. I just trimmed it with no extensions, with no adapters. But that's it. I'm not gonna do it again for another 6 months. So take pictures, take screenshots if you like it, because yeah, I don't like it. Abby, the rooster got it. Yeah. Who is this new guy? Poor man to rich man. Thank you, Tony, for joining. Tony knows me. He's one of the good members and friends on the channel, or a bit amongst Lucas 8. Bloody Mary show. Cheers. Yes. What's going on? There was just super chat coming out of nowhere in the super. Hang on, in the chat. What's going on? Zach Sensei. Zach is here. Thank you, Zach, for joining, and Sensei as well. It's very early for Zach, isn't it? What time is it? Is it like 5 o'clock in the morning, Zach? So Zach woke up just to watch me. Sorry for spoiling your morning. Tony, yeah, everyone cheering up for Zach, and we've got poor man to rich man, Tony. Thanks for everything, Vaz. Have a good day, family. Thank you for the super chat. So 1970, A Buckley. Good morning, Vaz. Good morning to you. Anointed Flowers. Thank you for joining. Good morning, everyone. Seth Houston is here. Thank you for joining as well. Anyone? Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments? What have your positions been doing? Your eVTOL positions, and not only eVTOL stocks. What have your stock been doing through the week? Mine's been a bit of a roller coaster, to be fair. But I'm waiting. I'm not selling. I'm not buying more currently. I'm just waiting. Zach says, hope you are all doing well, especially wishing for Leah. Yeah, if we can send some love to Martyn and his wife Leah. Didn't have some good news yesterday from the hospital visit, so send them prayers, love, and thoughts. Let me get some water. Vaz, everyone who wasn't here at the time I posted earlier. All right, saying good morning, KCNTT 50. Grow back the beard. Yeah, it will grow back. Through the week, when you see me, it will start growing back, and I'll be just trimming it. I will not be doing this. And poor man to rich man is sending prayers to Leah. Thank you very much. Right, what we've got more news. What we've got next? Vertical Aerospace appoints former EASA chief Patrick Kai. Zach says it's 5:30 every Saturday, 4:30 a.m. daily with the Sensei show. Oh, and Zach is here every morning. Wow. That's dedication. We appreciate it, Zach. So, Vertical Aerospace have announced and appointed Patrick Kai, former executive director of the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, to its board of directors effective of September 1st, 2025. This is massive news. For Vertical Aerospace, because this should pave their way towards certification. Shall I record this as a video? Now I'll get back to this later. So just the news. I will lay down the news, and then we will move on to the next one. Through the week, there will be a special dedicated to Vertical Aerospace investors. So we will break this down as well. Patrick Kai led the European Union Aviation Safety Agency from 2013 to 2023. 10 years of being the leader of this regulatory body, transforming the agency into a global benchmark for safety and innovation. He spearheaded the creation of the world's first SC, VTOL and eVTOL regulatory framework in 2019. We talked about this a couple of shows ago, if you remember. We broke down the United States, the FAA certification requirements for eVTOLs. We broke down the European and the UK ones as well. So we talked about the SC eVTOL. He oversaw certification and safety decisions of 4 programs, including the Boeing 777X, Airbus A231, Boeing 737 MAX return to service. So this is a massive advantage for Vertical Aerospace, and this shows how focused they are on their certification success. Vertical is targeting 2028 certification for its VX4 eVTOL with both the UK CAA and the European Aerospace Regulatory Body. Kai's appointment adds heavyweight credibility to its mission. He joins existing regulatory veterans. We have Trevor Woods, the former EASA certification director, now Vertical's Regulatory Affairs Director, and Eamon Brennan, the former Eurocontrol Director General from Board Advisor. So Vertical Aerospace have plenty of experience, plenty of connections as well on board now, and they have the certification success locked in their crosshair, and they are literally going for it. I love it. So this team strengthens Vertical's position as one of the best connected companies in terms of regulatory oversights and safety expertise. For investors, this signals reduced certification risk and improved exportability for the VX4 in global markets. It's not only about the United Kingdom certification or the European certification. You will need to roll out your aircraft all around the world to various customers, to various markets. So this is why you need to focus, why there's so much focus on this. I can see some new viewers coming from various platforms. Thank you, Martyn, for sharing this. Martyn says, if you joined the stream because you saw one of my social media posts, put in the chat what social media you saw it on. Thank you. Yes, thank you for your reaction. Let us know, because we want to see the reach and the audience coming through as well. Who we've got here? We've got William Myers. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Abby, I was already here, but got a notification through Discord. Very well. Abby likes it. Apocalypse LWD Discord, thank you very much for joining. I hope you are enjoying the show. We are focusing on, this is my Saturday. I'm Vaz, obviously, those who don't know me. I'm Vaz. I'm one of the 3 faces of Martyn Lucas Investor currently, and I am focusing on eVTOLs, which are these aircraft, which I will show you. How about this one? I'm focusing on these aircraft, which are called eVTOLs. They are part of the advanced air mobility, basically the future of urban travel or intercity travel. I'm focusing partially on aerospace and defense as well. So what you can see here, or what you just joined, is the Saturday eVTOL show, happening same time, same place, every Saturday. And I'll give you news, updates, analysis, deep dives, fun facts about eVTOLs and aerospace. So thank you for joining, Apocalypse LWD. William Myers, I received a notification on X and YouTube, Martyn. Thank you, William. AC, so from X, thank you for joining. Received a notification from your Discord, also already watching on YouTube. Thank you. I know you join me quite often, KC and TT50. Thank you for being here. And William says, you're welcome. I pray that Leah is well, Martyn. Yeah, no doubt you will hear some updates from Martyn next week. So let's just finish this news. Vertical Aerospace, a company we are focused a lot. We dedicate a lot of airtime and updates on our channel. So they are. We have some great news. They are focusing on their certification endeavors and their success. So what Patrick Kai's influence extends beyond the EASA. Well, previously held senior positions at the CISA, Eurocontrol and DGAC, which is France Civil Aviation Authority. So we have decades of massive, heavy experience in the aerospace regulation and safety environment. Currently serves currently served as a CEO in the International Center for Aviation Innovation. And Vertical's chairman, Donald Slattery, called him one of the most respected voices in aviation regulation and safety worldwide. His appointment underscores Vertical's strategy, build credibility with regulators, accelerate certification timelines, and reinforce investors' confidence as it pushes towards its Flight Path 2030 roadmap. Again, next week there will be a special for achr Aviation, Investors Handbook as I call it, because we now have been going through some overreaction and the eVTOL market is cooling off. However, it won't be long. We are literally weeks away from another explosion. So I'll be breaking down achr Aviation investors position, and I'll also be breaking down Vertical Aerospace's investor position. So that's it. Do we have any Vertical Aerospace investors? What's going on in the chat? KC, good morning all. Great info of us. Thank you, KC, for joining. KC might be one of the faces, another face of the Martyn Lucas Investor channel. Hopefully soon. KCC pinned chat post. What's going on in? Did you change anything, Martyn? Because I pinned the next show in there. Yeah, that is the show. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yep. If you stay where you are, you will go to the very interesting conference or segment from the conference, New Horizon Aircraft. And I'll be actually talking about this right now. I'm actually talking about this right now. So yesterday we covered the Gabelli Fund's 31st Annual Aerospace and Defense Conference. It was live on this channel. It was all afternoon. Thank you everyone for joining me. I appreciate some of the stocks may not have been as attractive. Some of the stocks you haven't seen or haven't heard of before, but we brought you some interesting pieces. I cherry-picked the most interesting pieces. So what happened? The Gabelli Aerospace and Defense Conference is one of Wall Street's premier annual gatherings for aerospace, aviation and defense investors. It's hosted by Gabelli Funds and it brings together management teams from leading listed companies to present their strategies, financials and market outlooks directly to institutional investors. So I took you behind the curtains, behind the scenes, and you could be there as a retail investor amongst the institutional investors. There you go. This is why you need to be, if you are serious to invest in your company and the company you follow, and you are really seriously interested, and you are focused on your investments, you want to be there in these conferences, because sometimes it happens that the CEO drops a little subtle hint, or he brings out a surprise or something. Like, I know I was saying this thing all afternoon yesterday on every single block, but Adam Goldstein, the achr CEO, this happened in one of the conferences like 4 or 5 weeks ago. He just casually mentioned that achr Aviation will be shifting from civil towards defense more heavily. And we found out a day later. And you could be there as an investor on the very second he says it, in the first row. And then you don't have to wait until the next day when the markets start reacting and the news come out. So that's why I'm trying to bring you as many conferences as I can. Because one, the CEOs, usually the CEOs or directors, they review their business. And sometimes they advertise their business a bit different, like I don't want to say more casually, but not so formally. And sometimes it's good to hear it directly from the CEO than reading a newsletter or investor relations page or whatever. So, and also there are Q&A. There is a Q&A segment, and these investors, these institutional investors, are asking questions, and you can make out what can come out. So the event acts as both a discovery platform for high-growth innovators and a pulse check on established defense and aerospace suppliers. The panel was massive. We had some legacy established defense massive companies, and we also had some startups, like an example, New Horizon Aircraft. So part of the panel were Textron. It's a parent company of Bell Helicopter, Cessna, Beechcraft, and eAviation. Also a parent company of Pipistrel, the French manufacturer of cargo eVTOLs. Basically large drones carrying up to a ton or 2 Euro pallets of load. There you go. We had Moog, Precision Controls, and Aerospace and Defense with past eVTOL experience. There were not only manufacturers, there were suppliers as well. Got Heiko, one of the largest independent aviation parts and system suppliers. Got Elbit Systems, Israeli defense electronics leader. Zach, do you know these? Are you invested in these? Does it ring a bell? Curtis Wright, is it a big name in Israel? Let me know, Zach. We got Curtis Wright, Advanced Engineered Defense Solutions. Decades, many decades of experience. Rheinmetall. Those who follow, you don't even have to follow the. I've got a wasp in my studio. You might see it hovering in the back. Those who follow the Ukraine-Russia conflict and the European development around it, you know that Rheinmetall are massively, heavily involved. So we heard from Rheinmetall as well. We had startups and small companies like Standard Aero, Albany International, Ducommun, Astronics, Graham Corporation, and more. So we brought you, I will not be going through it, namely, I will be, but I will not be going through these the whole review. We brought you Redwire. They are targeting the low Earth orbit. And if you are part of the newsletter, you can see a link and you can click on it and it will take you there right away. Redwire are targeting to dominate the low Earth orbit, not only with satellites, but with solar arrays, with microgravity manufacturing, which is not only 3D printing, but it's also a live tissue manufacturing. Very interesting, definitely worth it. Check it out. Aero Group, defense, very wide range of product, from defense all the way to eVTOLs. They are developing and manufacturing drones for NATO, and they are used in Ukraine. They supply avionics. Their subsidiary Aspen Avionics supplies a key component to Joby Aviation, and we talked about this. I actually went through the newsletter through the previous one, and we talked about it last week. So that, and they are developing their own eVTOL as well. The most interesting, again, link in the newsletter. The most interesting to me was New Horizon Aircraft, hybrid eVTOL with heavy defense focus currently. And the CEO, Brendan Robinson, is a bit eccentric, and he's a bit more casual than we are used to for a CEO. But he was completely honest. He wasn't sugarcoating anything. He just said things as they were. He wasn't trying to inflate his business in front of the investors. He just laid it plain in front of the investors. So definitely go and check it out. It was bold and a bit cheeky, but I liked it. So again, link in the newsletter. And we had Bridger Aerospace, company operating, you know, these red and yellow water scoopers, which drop water and fire retardant on wildfires. That's it. That's them. You can see it here in the picture. So you can check it out as well. The Gabelli Aerospace and Defense Conference highlights not just the giants of defense and aerospace, but also the next generation innovators. Redwire is scaling factories in orbit, Aero blends drones with eVTOL ambitions, New Horizon pushes hybrid electric design, and Bridger Aerospace plays a frontline role in wildlife suppression. They operate a massive fleet of dozens of aircraft. We have some more news. Let me just check up the chat if we have any questions or anything. Martyn, sorry to hear, my friend. Yes. All love to Martyn and Leah. Good morning, Casey. Martyn, so sorry to hear. It's a difficult time. Yes. Good morning, Abby, says Casey. Martyn says, thanks, Casey. Martyn, I'm here with you and Leah. Yes, Angie, thank you. Vaz, your live videos were awesome yesterday. Thank you for your hard day work. Yes, it was good. I loved it. I'll be, as I said, I'll be bringing you more conferences because I think it's worth it. And if something happens and we hear some pivoting news, that could be big for the audience. That could be, I won't say big for the channel as well, but it can attract a lot of audience as well and investors in your company. We have some more news. GE Aerospace injects $300 million in beta technologies. We have covered beta technologies on our channel multiple times. Although we can't... Stupid Alexa just talking at me for no reason. Don't know if you could hear it or not. Although we can't invest in beta technologies as a retail investor through the stock market, let me just show you that. We cover them because we believe this is one of the market-leading companies for the eVTOL market and electric aircraft, and they'll be one of the first adapters as well. So their success will be affecting your eVTOL companies you are invested in. So what happened? GE Aerospace has committed a $300 million equity investment into beta technologies, deepening its push into hybrid electric propulsion and advanced air mobility. Pending regulatory approval, GE will also gain a seat on Beta's board, underscoring strategic alignment. So we have fairly strong partnership brewing. The move positions GE at the forefront of next generation propulsion systems whilst reinforcing Beta's credibility in the investor community. Total funding for Beta now stands at $1.45 billion, putting it amongst the best capitalized players in the sector. And you can see here the AC 250 hybrid eVTOL aircraft. It's a version of the CTOL aircraft, which you can see here in the footage next to me. Basically, these two aircraft have 70% same platform, and you just change. Do you see those pylons in the wings? You basically change that for propellers, and you have your eVTOL. So the partnership centers on co-developing of a hybrid turbo generator system. Beta brings permanent magnet electric generator technology. GE contributes turbine engine heritage and certification expertise. They are likely to leverage proven engine lines such as CT7 and T700. Target outcomes are extended range, speed, payload, and lower operating cost compared to pure electric system. GE Aerospace, they are one of the biggest world manufacturers of engines and motors for aviation. You couldn't get any better partner for your aircraft manufacturing business. Implications for advanced air mobility and defense. We have a little twist for defense, don't we? The investment carries weight far beyond civil eVTOL markets. Hybrid architectures are increasingly attractive to defense customers who demand longer endurance and greater mission flexibility. For investors, GE's involvement validates the scalability of hybrid solutions and signals that established aerospace giants are backing advanced air mobility seriously. With institutional backers like Amazon's Climate Pledge Fund and Fidelity already behind Beta, the GE partnership strengthens momentum towards commercialization and first military use cases. So what you can see in the footage next to me, it was the first electric CTOL, first electric aircraft with fixed wing in the JFK airspace. So basically in the public United States airspace. And it was first passenger flight. So Beta Technologies, they don't mess around. They're not waiting for anybody else. They are just at the front of the electric aircraft and advanced air mobility adaptation. So there are some great news. Definitely GE Aerospace, massive partnership. Unfortunately, we cannot invest in Beta Technologies yet. And I'm not sure if we actually will be able to invest in them directly, because you can see the cushion they have. They have $1.45 billion. And they are already manufacturing their aircraft in small scale, namely for prototype and certification purposes. But I think they have plenty of money to set up a production line, mass production line. So some great news for the eVTOL market. We have more news, and I will record this as a video. Let me just address your questions. Zach says, Elbit Systems is a top Israeli company, but the problem is that yesterday they closed their facility in England due to pro-Israeli attacks. Well, like fully closed or just temporarily? I know it's been yeah. It's just the whole world is so polarized. There's nothing in between. People cannot see any wider picture. People cannot see any connections or whatever. It's just so polarized. You need to be either red or blue or left or right. There's nothing in between. If you are in between, that's the worst. The worst thing you can have is to have no opinion on anything or say, I don't know. That's the worst thing nowadays. If you say that, they will burn you alive. It's like a witch hunt. It's just, yeah, it fascinates me and it annoys me and it's making me sad how everything must be so polarized and extreme. And yeah, sorry, rant over. It's okay, Vaz, Sensei has a rooster in the background. You can have Alexa. I have Alexa and I still have the wasp flying around. I can hear it. I don't know if you could see it behind me or not. Maybe if I change the lights, it will repel the wasp. Maybe not. Vaz, is there an ETF with Joby and achr? 67 tickers with Joby, but if one was offered with these many eVTOLs, this would be no. Angie, there's no official ETF for the eVTOL market or for any eVTOL companies, like in general. There is like Katie, what's her name? Katie Woods. She's got her achr fund, and they have their own ETFs. And achr Aviation, it's a bit unclear because she always buys it in. It's inflated. There's a massive hype around it, and then she quietly sells. And I don't even know if she's making money from achr because it looks a bit like out of without any sense. But definitely Katie Woods achr fund, that's what I know of, but I couldn't find any ETF directly involving all eVTOL companies. However, if you are on Trading 212, and I'll show you now. Actually, I will show you from the newsletter. If you go to the bottom of the newsletter, no doubt you are subscribed. And Angie, I wouldn't be surprised if you have the premium partnership or the yearly subscription. But if you scroll down, Trading 212, it allows you to create your own pie, your own investment pie, and you can distribute your investments in there in percentage, and then you can sort of have regular investments in there as well. So I created something what I believe is covering majority of the eVTOL market, and it's not only the eVTOL manufacturers, it's the parent companies as a tier 0. Tier 1 is the eVTOL manufacturers, and tier 2 is the operators and suppliers as well. So I'm glad you asked. If we just want to go through it quickly, if you want to follow this or if you want to learn from that, excuse me, tier 1, excuse me, the publicly traded eVTOL manufacturers. We have Achr Aviation, we have Joby Aviation, Vertical Aerospace, EHang, which I will talk about shortly. We have Eve Air Mobility, New Horizon Aircraft, which we covered yesterday. Great presentation. Aero Group, which we covered yesterday as well. And we have Global Electric VTOL. GV. That's a mistake. Sorry, that shouldn't be there. I don't know why that is in there. That shouldn't be there. That should be something else. That should be GE Aerospace. Yeah, I remember now. I messed up the ticker, and I didn't correct it. That should be GE Aerospace, and it's in the wrong tier. Okay, but GE Aerospace we literally talked about as well. Manufacturer of jet engines. That's the WASP. Manufacturer of jet engines and electric motors for aircraft as well. Tier 0, the parent companies. We have Delta Airlines, heavily partnering with Joby. Textron, already mentioned. Bell Helicopter, Beechcraft, Pipistrel, multiple companies under this conglomerate. Toyota Motor, heavy partnership with Joby. United Airlines, strong partner of Achr Aviation. Airbus, they have their own ways with the eVTOL market. Boeing, parent company of Wisk. Stellantis invested in Achr heavily, and they are supposed to. It's supposed to be equivalent of Joby Toyota partnership. There should be Stellantis and Achr. They should be helping them with their production, mass production, and setting up their production line. We have BlackRock, institutional investor, invested in multiple companies. Embraer as a parent company of Eve. Honda Motor, they are doing their own eVTOL venture on and off. It's a bit ambiguous and unclear, but I wanted to involve Honda as well because they are aerospace company as well. So a lot of components are coming from Honda as well, and the partnerships. So this is the institutional investors. So this is supposed to balance your pie as well, your investments. And then for operators and suppliers, we have Blade Air Mobility, which currently, as of last week or the previous week, became subsidiary of Joby Aviation. We have Bristow Group, helicopter operator all around the world. Honeywell, Avionics for likes of F-35, Lightning. Is F-35 Lightning? Can you help me? What is F-35 name? I forgot what that is. F-35 Lightning, isn't it? I don't remember now. Help me in the chat, please. Supplying to multiple eVTOL manufacturers like Achr, Vertical Aerospace, I believe Beta as well. Surf Air Mobility, operator of eVTOLs potentially in future. Leonardo, Palantir, Rolls-Royce, Uber, Amprius Technologies, very interesting company. We found through one of our one of our members. The member asked to cover their earnings call, and we found that they are manufacturing, they developed and are manufacturing market leading battery in terms of capacity. And we are onto, they claim that they supply their batteries to one of the market leading companies in the eVTOL sector. Protected or closed behind the closed doors of the NDA, non-disclosure agreement. However, I think I am onto something, and I think I have discovered who that is. I know I've been saying it for 2 weeks. I'm waiting for clarification. I'm waiting to speak with someone to get it confirmed, and I will tell you on one of the next shows who they are supplying to. We have L3Harris Technologies, Cisco, Dassault Systems, Safran, and Ecom. So hopefully, Angie, this helped you with some inspiration and some due diligence you want to do around the eVTOL market, but we don't have an ETF. As far as I know, there's no such a thing as eVTOL ETF. There are pies, investment pies on Trading 212. I don't know if other platforms allow you to do your pies or investment portfolios and share them, but I'm not aware of anything. F35A Lightning. Thank you, Bitcoins. Sometimes that word just disappears and you can't find it. So yeah, thank you for helping me. What we've got here. Ooh, there's a lot of conversation going on. That's good. I like it. This would be good. Yeah. Hopefully you like my answers. Sorry, I couldn't give you any better answer. Can you imagine how quiet it would be flying in an electric plane? Yes, they are very quiet. It's the levels, the noise levels. Helicopter versus eVTOL or combustion engine aircraft versus electric aircraft is pretty much the same as combustion engine car and electric vehicle. So if you imagine this noise level difference, now transfer it between these two aircraft. Yes, Katie Woods, RKX. Yes, definitely. People take sides without knowing what's on that side. It's like gambling on life. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, exactly. Angie says, yes, I have Sensei's newsletter subscription. Is that the one? Yes, you should have got this newsletter about 2 hours ago. I always issue it. I always send it out an hour before the show. This is the Sensei's Insight. Can you see it? Yeah, Sensei's Insight, Vertical Dilution plus New Director, EHang Africa Flight, and Gabelli Defense Conference. Saturday live eVTOL show with Vaz. So that is one made by me. Let me know which one is better, whether Sensei's or mine. I would like to know which one you like better. Obviously, you will say on my show that mine is better, so that's why I'm saying it. And also the newsletter. If you got your newsletter, it's worthwhile hitting here that little heart, because that promotes, that ranks us up on Substack. And I think we are ranking fairly high now in finance. And also if you go to the comments and say, hi Vaz, great Saturday show as always. Thanks, Vaz. It will, again, there are mechanisms behind that, and that ranks up the newsletter as well. So you can comment, you can like, you can do whatever you want. You can share it as well. So what questions? Do we have any more questions? I have Sensei's newsletter. Yes, that's the one, Angie. It's an eVTOL Wasp. I love that with Bitcoins. It will only sting for a little bit. Yeah. I have an inappropriate joke, but I'm not saying it on the show because I'll be getting stick from Martyn. I'm not saying any inappropriate jokes to it. Good morning, Vaz, and all other awesome future millionaires. Thank you, David Hensley, for joining. Stellantis, we own. You own Stellantis. Great company. Although going through some headwinds currently, namely with tariffs. Did you see it now? That was the Wasp. Bitcoin says a lot of people get stung in trading. Well, I might get stung in doing my show by the Wasp soon. Jerry and Elba is here. I have some great news. Elba is getting slightly better. She's back from the intensive care. So if you want to send love to Elba, she will definitely love it. Will definitely cheer her up. God bless you, Vaz. Great job. I've been watching you doing a great professional job in bringing us up-to-date information. Thank you, Elba. Lovely to see you back. David Hensley says hi to everyone. Yes, XRP giveaway. David is giving you the link and membership link as well. How many people do we have? If you want to hit the like button, that will definitely help us. We have more likes than people watching. I can't ask for any more. Bitcoins says F-35A Lightning. Thank you. I couldn't find that word. Now the F-35 Lightning 2. Yes, Bitcoins. Abby says, David Hensley, chilling like a villain, having a Bloody Mary and enjoying the show. What a great start of the day. Abby, I love it. Zach says, be careful. Now fake Leah Lucas on Discord. Okay, I will address this with Martyn and Sensei. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for letting us know. Any comment on Applied Digital? No idea. No idea. What is Applied Digital? Let me just quickly have a look what that is. Applied Digital Corporation is a pioneering digital infrastructure and innovator developing bespoke, grown-up AI data centers. Right, AI. Yeah, that's beyond me. Michaelis Lucky. What's going on with the chat? Where are you? Where have you gone? Michaelis, I don't know. I'm not focused on AI market. I'm focused on aerospace and defense partially. So sorry, I can't help you. Abi says, Zach, yes, that's crazy. Be careful. There might be some more fake Abis. KCNT50 says, hi to David Hensley. Since when did Leah ask me about crypto? It might be the real one. You never know, Zach. You never know. If you want to be able to get a clean, smooth shave every time like Mr. eVTOL himself, and smash that like button and prepare for a new beautiful face. Thank you, David Hensley. He always comes up with some funny pun or whatever. Yeah, don't get used to it. That happens like once every 6 months. Angie says, I've been in eVTOLs through Alpine 4 Holdings and Vayu Aerospace, but Alpine went under and Vayu is just acquired by BRQL. Wow. Well, I will have a look into this because I've never heard of this. Thank you, Angie. David says, oh yeah, you should be a member. You should become a member. CNT50. You are here every Saturday. It's definitely worth it. You can be part of Discord as well. You can have chat with us. You can connect with me personally on Discord as well. I answer a lot of questions through the week. You are asking me, is this worth to buy? Is this worth to invest in? Whatever, this and the other. So whenever I have time, I either jump on FaceTime, jump in the live chat and have a chat with you. Elbas says, thanks to the moderator, you guys are doing a great job. Please remember to hit the like button and please take a stop at our merchandise department. Love to our Lucas8 family. Elba has been taking the moderator role so seriously that she's now full-time promoting the channel. I love it, Elba. That's great. Thank you. David Hensley says, I'll be heck yeah on that drink. I'm feeling last night too. Yeah. And Angie says, also Parazone was a partner with Alpine 4. Alpine 4 was a NASDAQ. Parazone? What is Parazone? Parazone. I will have a look into this. Very interesting. Thank you for the update. Elba says with her super chat, God blessing to the Lucas8 family and everyone watching the great show. Thank you, Elba. God bless RJ and Elba. Yes. David Hensley, the return of the Friday night pub event got me. Yes. Jim, new song, RCF. Thank you for joining, Jim. Lovely to see you here. You are here almost every Saturday as well. Or if not every Saturday, you are here very often. Thank you for joining. Good morning, Vaz. Thanks for your conference with Horizon CEO. Yes, definitely worth it. It was great. David Hensley says, loving the show, Vaz. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Angie says, Vaz, just a nice sidebar. My father invented a vertical takeoff in the 60s. We were building it. My father passed away in 2023 and left me the plans and all the research. What? What? Like a genuine eVTOL aircraft. Wow, that's mad. I would love to see it. I'm not like to copy it or whatever, but I would love to see the plans. That sounds amazing. My father invented a vertical takeoff in the 60s. I thought he would work with the government or with NASA, but wow, we were building it. My father passed away in 2023 and left me the plans and all the research. Well, I would love to see that, Angie. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for letting us know. Very cool, yes. So, do we have any more news? Yes, we do have any more news. We have EHang flight. And I will record this as a separate video. I'll record this as a separate video, which will come out through the week. Let me change the lights to something colorful. Let's do green and red. How about that? Can't get any better, can it? First ever pilot take two. First ever pilotless eVTOL flight in Africa by nobody else than EHang. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking eVTOLs. We have some great news from Africa. EHang Holdings has achieved the first ever pilotless human-carrying eVTOL flight in Africa with its EH216S aircraft. What happened? Well, let me show you the footage and I will talk over it. This is the genuine footage from the event. The flight took place at the 9th Aviation Africa Summit and Exhibition in Kigali, Rwanda. Conducted in partnership with China Road and Bridge Corporation, backed by the Rwanda Civil Aviation Authority. High-level support underscored the significance. Attendees included President Paul Kagame, Minister of Infrastructure Dr. Jimmy Gasore, RCAA Director General Silas Udahemuka, and Chinese Ambassador Wenqi Gao. Staff from the RCAA and international journalists became some of the first passengers. This event expanded EHang's global flight footprint to 21 countries across 5 continents. So EHang don't mess around. EHang are not waiting for anyone. They are just leading the way of the worldwide eVTOL adaptation. This is a strategic leap for Africa's air mobility. The Kigali flight was more than a showcase. It was a strategic step into Africa's emerging advanced air mobility market. Africa is projected to represent a multi-billion-dollar opportunity in low-altitude air mobility. EHang highlighted its 73,000, more than 73,000 safe flight record, reinforcing credibility. Its partnership with CRBC offers infrastructure deployment capacity, local engineering expertise, a pathway to expand routes and operations across Africa. This milestone positions EHang to combine autonomous technology with infrastructure rollout, targeting logistics, transport, tourism, and connectivity gaps across the continent. It also sends a signal to investors that regulatory partnerships and infrastructure alliances will be decisive factor in opening up entirely new regional markets for eVTOL operations. This is great news. It's always great to be first somewhere because it's massive PR and advertisement for the company. However, EHang don't have to do it. They have flown, as you heard, in 21 countries so far, and they are leading the eVTOL rollout and adaptation. If you are interested in EHang, don't forget to hit the like button, and eVTOLs, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscription, because we are dedicating substantial airtime to EHang recently. Here is a playlist. Here is another playlist related to eVTOL market. Here is video related to this topic. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves and each other. My brain is getting ahead of my mouth. I had thoughts in my head and my mouth was so behind. I've got somebody asked me, I don't know who that was. Somebody asked me, because I mentioned volocopter. And somebody asked me, what is a volocopter? And I thought we never talked about volocopter. So I will not talk about volocopter too much, because you have a very nice article. I know it's nice because I'm saying it's nice because I wrote it, I compiled it. But you have a very useful article about volocopter, the actually first European eVTOL company and the pioneer in the eVTOL European market. I would like to show you something which you won't get on the newsletter. This is one of the reasons of the volocopter downfall. However, we will see volocopter back again for whatever reason. Again, go to the newsletter and read it in the newsletter. It's not long. It's like 3-minute read. Okay, it's 5-minute read, but you have all the breakdown. You have all the pictures in there, all the news. But why volocopter was so significant? They were aiming to be part of the 2024 Paris Olympics. And they were supposed to be part of the main event, of the closing ceremony. And it never happened because of regulations. The regulatory bodies, they didn't like it for whatever reason. Whether this was intentional or not, that's beyond me. But this was one of the reasons of volocopter downfall. So they had only a very humble presentation at the Versailles. No passengers, just piloted flight. Very short flight as well. No massive PR, no massive stunt, no massive media stunt, nothing. Not much attention either. And imagine if volocopter could be part of the main event. What would have done to the company? There would be massive spotlight, a lot of interest by the investors, by institutions. Unfortunately, this is one of the reasons of the volocopter downfall. However, volocopter is back in the game as of May this year, and they'll be actually one of the first adapters of the eVTOL technology. So definitely go to the newsletter and read it out. What I'm going to do, I'll give you a link right now in the chat. I'll give you a link, and you can, those who are not part of the newsletter yet, you can do your 7-day trial and try it if it's worth it. You already have one from me today, and you will get one every day from Sensei. Monday till Friday, you will get the daily market newspaper, the market forecast, you name it. All right, I'm about to wrap it up very, very shortly. Do we have any more comments? Do we have any more questions? Right back at ya. Jerry and Alba, teamwork. Yes, definitely. Correction, ParaZero Technologies. Yes, the parachute for drone company that you covered was partners with Alpine 4 Holdings. Okay, yeah, ParaZero, yeah. Still, well, there have been some news. They have achieved some certain regulation milestones as well around the Europe. So I might dive into it again. Let me just get some more sparkling water. Yes, ParaZero, I see it as a very interesting business with massive upside long term, especially with the new FAA regulations and the big beautiful order by Donald Trump where the USA is supposed to be dominating the eVTOL market, the American not eVTOL, the American drone market through their homegrown companies. We have Ninja Cowboy. Geez, I'm late. Morning, guys. Thank you for joining, Ninja Cowboy. Lovely to see you here. Zach says, Angie, sorry for your loss of your father, but if you can show us the plans, this is for him and his dream. Yes, I agree. I agree. Angie says, autocorrect messed it up. That's fine. It happens to me all the time. Zach says, just do it. Well, the plans, or is it to me? Is it something to me? I'm lost now. Just do it, yes. Better late than never. Oh yeah, Zach is referring to the plans. Yeah, we would love to see it, Angie. That must be amazing. So why is EHang crashing? The revised guidance, Thibaut. The revised guidance on the earnings call, and the whole eVTOL market is now cooling off. We will see another 2, probably 3 weeks of lower levels, probably testing some supports, and then there'll be enough catalyst, enough news coming out that the eVTOL market will start getting more and more popular amongst the investment base, and the sentiment will be growing better, and the prices will go up. So if you are invested in eVTOL market, join me on Monday or Tuesday. I'm doing achr special for investors. I'll be talking about these milestones coming in the coming weeks and months. And later in the week, there'll be vertical aerospace as well, the same special for you as a retail investor. And if you like EHang and eVTOLs, definitely hit the like button and subscribe, because we are dedicating substantial amount of airtime to this content, namely me. Do we have any more questions? Casey says, the EHang Ghost drone was my first drone. Some of my best videos came from it. Yeah, very interesting drone. I've seen it a few times. Says Casey. Great newsletter, thank you. Thank you, Angie. David Hensley says, Sensei's newsletter is nothing short of amazing. Not just saying that either. Yes, I agree. Sparkling. Yes, it is sparkling, Abi. Right, we have some flash news again. I will not go through it because I'm short for time. But we had the first drone supply between 2 warships by the Royal Navy. Definitely worth it. You know what? You can do a little cheat. You can pause the screen and read through it. And then we have picture of the week. This is something very interesting I'll be talking about in the coming weeks. With the Mid-East adaptation of eVTOLs, namely Joby, Achr, and then obviously EHang, Beta, Technologies, and Volocopter, and others, and EHang, did I say EHang? I said EHang. And others in the second wave. There are certain hurdles in the Mid-East environment. And one of these is the sand. Excuse me. How to explain in the best way? Well, desert environment, a lot of sand, dust particles in the air. So if you imagine you're vertically taking off aircraft, whether it's an eVTOL, helicopter, VTOL, the wash from the rotors, the wash is basically the air coming down, which is lifting, which is creating lift to the aircraft. So the wash, it's called wash. So the wash or downwash is raising a lot of debris, and you could see it last week when we were watching the flying bike. There was a lot of debris and mess lifting in the air, and since this dust and sand particles are in the air, they obviously are hitting the blades of the rotor, and since it's dust and sand, it's abrasive, and the rotor has certain round per minute speed, and it's so fast it creates sparks. So this is what you can see here. I was trying to find a video, I couldn't find it before the show, but I'll find you. I know there's one on X. I've got it saved in my in my bookmarks. It's very, let me have a look if I can find it for you, because the video is very interesting. It tells you more than the picture. So let me, if you bear with me, I'll try to find it. Can I search in bookmarks? I can. So V22, that might be, no. So let's do sand. I'm pretty sure I saved it. Yeah, I've got this. Another picture, another version of that. So if you look at that, you can literally see the sand particles hitting the blades of the rotor. Yes, it's on long exposure, but it's amazing, definitely. There was a video. I had a video somewhere. I will find it for the next show. I'll find it for the next show. You don't want to be watching me searching for the video. I couldn't find anything on YouTube, funny enough. But yeah, this is definitely something, some of the challenges for any eVTOL companies targeting the Mid-East and probably the west coast of America as well. If you look at Los Angeles, San Francisco, desert environment around the cities, sandstorms, a lot of particles in the air. So the abrasion towards the rotor blades could be a real issue for long-term operations. So something, again, part of the newsletter. You have a picture of the week. I thought it's quite cool picture. It's a V22 Osprey. Tell you what, I wasn't going to show you. I actually have one here with me in my studio. That's the V22 Osprey, one of the eVTOL aircraft. Basically, that the rotors, they tilt up, the aircraft can lift, take off as a helicopter, and then it transitions. Obviously, they do it simultaneously. It transitions to the horizontal flight. So it's the same as your eVTOL aircraft, but this is just not electric. It's one of the most expensive military aircraft to operate and upkeep. And this is why we have companies like eVTOL manufacturers who emphasize the defense, because the operational costs of an eVTOL or hybrid eVTOL compared to this beautiful and iconic aircraft is a fraction of the cost. So yeah, V22 Osprey, one of the most iconic aircraft. I love it. We have a lot of them flying overhead because I'm in the area of England where we have 3 major military bases. Some of them used by RAF, but some of them used by US Air Force, and probably once a week you can hear them overnight, or you can see them through the day. It's amazing. It's an amazing piece of aircraft, but yeah, it's very expensive to run as well. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna put this aircraft out. we're gonna wrap it up. Let's see if you have any questions in the chat or any comments. The newsletter link, yes. Do you know any news about Dragonfly? No, Jim. No, Jim. I don't have any news. I can have a look into that at one point. It's not going to be next week, but I can have a look into that. Zach is simulating the eVTOL transition in the chat. I love it. That's great. Guys, don't forget to keep Leah in our prayers. She's our chair lady and means the world to the Lucas8 family. Yes, Elba. Yes. Binky bike broke bad because banned. Nice one, Abby. I can't read your name. What is it? Can you help me in the chat? What is this saying? I can't read your name. Sorry, I can't read. Is it Arabic or what is it? Ranking the progress of eVTOL companies. Joby first, Achr second, third Eve, fourth New Horizon, fifth eVTOL. What do you think? Well, Eve Air Mobility, they haven't flown their prototype yet. They have one scheduled, or they are planning to do the first prototype flight in December. So depends. What do you consider a progress? if it's the marketing side, if it's the financial side, if it's the R&D side, if it's the I had 4 indicators. R&D, let me... Okay, just bear with me. I need to dig into something deeper. I need to bring up my old notes because some of you might remember... in my early days on this channel, I created something that I called VAS eVTOL Manufacturer Index. And I have 4 indicators in there. And I completely left it abandoned. And I think it's a great time to bring it back. Where is that? VAS eVTOL Manufacturer Index. And I think I can't open it because my subscription. I've got... Hang on, let me do something else. Just bear with me 1 second. I will tell you something very interesting, and I will react to your comments as well. Okay, try again. Right, I'll bring up my notes from ChatGPT because I work with the AI as well. What is the VAS? Let me bring it on the screen so you can see it. Let's see if she remembers. What is the VAS eVTOL Manufacturer Index? Watch and let... No. I don't... Does not exist publicly under that name. It's possible that might be... Alright, so she doesn't remember anymore. Okay. Let's try. Can you remember we talked about VAS eVTOL Manufacturer Index? You saved this in your memory multiple times, and we talked about this on multiple occasions. So you're absolutely right, Vaz. Yeah, there we go. So the eVTOL Manufacturer Index, I've got 4 indicators. One is R&D progress, research and development progress. It's a ranking. It's a ranking. It's a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest, 10 is the God tier, and it adds up. And you can compare, because I don't think you can compare. We are still in the pre-revenue phase. We are still not globally rolled out, and you can't compare the companies like for like, if that makes sense. There are various indicators. It's like comparing EHang to Achr or Joby. They do completely different thing. Yes, they are eVTOLs, they are carrying passengers, but they are completely different aircraft, targeting completely different markets, targeting completely different certifications. So you can't really compare like for like. So that's why I developed this. So the first indicator is R&D progress. You can see the certain levels. Then we have certification progress. We have production readiness, and we have market engagement. So if you are saying you want to rank the progress of the eVTOL companies, I probably agree Joby is the most ahead, but Achr might be the second one. Eve Air Mobility, I don't think they are so ahead. Hover, New Horizon Aircraft. If you look at this indicator, market engagement, I think they are somewhere on level 3 to 4. Production readiness, they are literally developing their prototype. They are between 2 and 3 because they have small scale prototype, and they are now developing the full scale prototype. So they are halfway between small scale prototype testing and development of full scale prototype. So we are between 2 and 3. Certification progress, the lowest, maybe tier 1 and 2, the minimum engagement. R&D progress, we are in initial prototyping, between 3 and 4. So if you look at Joby, we are now in certification process. heavy 7. Certification progress is somewhere between 7 and 8 because we are seeing the good end of the certification success. Production readiness for Joby, we are between 6 and 7. We are between low rate production and production ramp up. And market engagement is between 7 and 8. For Achr, again, if you want to go through this, we are in advanced prototyping and testing validation. Testing and validation and certification progress. We are lower 6, I would say. For certification progress, that is a bit behind Joby, so I would say we are around 7. Production readiness, we are at small batch production because we know that Achr are now have six aircraft in production across the 2 facilities. And in market engagement, I would say they have higher market engagement than Joby. So I would say 8, maybe 9, because they are a globally recognized company. They have strong partnership. Well, again, in terms of marketing itself, I would say Achr are probably 8 compared to Joby's 7. So that was Eve Air Mobility. They are in initial prototyping, maybe prototype refinement. They haven't flown their prototype yet. Certification progress, that's low. That will be between 4 and 5. Production readiness, pilot production. Again, we are between prototype testing. Well, we haven't actually started testing the prototype. So we are in prototype development and prototype testing. So we are very low on Eve. And vertical, you put as 5th, which I do appreciate. I'm glad you recognize Vertical Aerospace as a significant player because look, R&D progress. We are now pushing towards testing and validation because we have already 2 piloted aircraft. One is waiting for a rollout for approval by the CAA. We have a full certification aircraft on the way, and we are developing the hybrid power unit. So we are closer to testing and validation, and we will be soon touching the certification process as well. Certification progress is fairly low. I would say 4 to 5 with vertical, because there's not been any number, any measure, any metric put to it yet, and they have very long lead in for the certification. Their target is 2028 compared to Joby and Achr, who are targeting this and next year. Production readiness, vertical, I would say pilot production, between pilot production and small batch production. And market engagement with vertical, again, 4, 5. So if you take all these 4 indicators together, I think it can give you a good measure of how each company is progressed. And thank you actually for bringing this to my attention. And I will be focusing on this in the coming shows as well. Let me know what you think of this index. Is it a valid? Is this VAS eVTOL manufacturer index? Is it valid indication or not? Sending prayers to Leah and Alba and all who experienced ill health. Yes, thank you, KCNT. Abby says BBB Binky Bonky. What? Bonky bike. Yeah. Thank you for all the prayers. Says Alba. Mary Poppins flying umbrellas. Yeah, she was the first she was the first VTOL, wasn't she? Mary Poppins was the first VTOL aircraft. Do you know if they are going to power up with graphene batteries? A lot of the aircraft is powered by graphene batteries, but Amprius Technologies, they are replacing graphene with silicon, and they are achieving market-leading performance. Mainly in the rapid recharge, from 0 to 80% it can recharge in less than 6 minutes. So that's a massive advantage compared to the graphene batteries. Can you see the post I put in Discord under eVTOL? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Abi, what he says. Discord. Could you see that fly? At least the wasp is gone. What is Abi saying? Bloody Mary time. Oh yeah. Boomer sooner. That looks good. That looks like a good start to the day, Abi, to me. That looks like a very good, solid start to the day. Great. And you sent a link. I'm not bringing it on the screen. Hang on. Oh yeah, Binky Bonk bike. Yeah, we watched this last Saturday. A real flying motorbike. Can you see all the debris flying in the air? That's the wash of the turbine engine built into the bike. Yeah, thank you for sending that, Abi. How amazing that is. How amazing that is. Angie says, much safer than lithium. Yes. I like the lights. I like the lights. A sci-fi inspired bike. Yeah. Can reach speeds up to 200 kilometers. Developed by Polish investor Tomasz. I didn't catch the name. The air bike is still in development. Can you see that? Could you see that mess on the floor? That's the wash. That's the wash of the engine. Yeah, that's all lifting the rubbish from the floor. Thank you, Abi, for saying that. Angie says, much safer than lithium. Yes, definitely. Leah, I'm still praying for you, says David Hensley. Yes, let's send some love to Leah and Martyn. JJ 8-Ball is here. Hello, Vaz and Lucas Ace. Thank you for joining. David Hensley saying hi to JJ 8-Ball. Abi, Zach. There's a lot of hi back and forth. Zach, Zaid, morning, bro. Click here to find all of Martyn Lucas's merchandise, Martyn Lucas merch. Angie's, yes, thanks for the link. You can get still some Paris Air Show mugs. If you like my show, you want to support me, or not me, the whole network, you can get one. So this was my first ever mug with my face on it. You can see it. The reflection. Yeah, you can't see it really, can you? That's my logo, eVTOL Hub, and the Paris background. When I visited the Paris Air Show. Angie says, I'm actually surprised Tesla is not using this technology since it's safer, especially fire. A company that were on their way was Elecjet. Angie, we actually had a look at the comparison. Where do I find it? Where was it? Let's do this. I will send you a link. I would like you to check out the video, Angie, because you will like it. YouTube. You will definitely like it. And there's comparison. There's direct comparison in that video to Tesla batteries. Amprius Martyn. This is what you can do yourselves, actually. If you go to YouTube, click the search button and put Amprius Martyn Lucas Investor. It will bring up the most relevant searches. And this is my show. I did it on Saturday show. We covered the earnings call, definitely. That's the earnings call record in there. It was a good show. Yeah. So this one, the very first one, let me just share it with you. I'll put it in the chat right now. And if you are interested in batteries, oh, not this one, sorry. Not this link, I need to copy it first. If you are interested in batteries and this technology, you will have some great comparison with the whole battery market of what Amprius Technologies do. Definitely check it out. You will like it. Much safer than lithium. Yeah, I'm actually surprised Tesla is not using this technology since it's safer, especially fire. Yeah, what Amprius use, the silicon-based batteries, they have much better performance to the Tesla batteries. Zach says, what's up? I would be scared to show what I type last on my computer screen. I'll tell you what, Abby, I use this perfectly safe incognito mode, which you will sooner or later you will find that most of the incognito modes are nowhere near to be incognito. They submit the data. Some of them actually take screenshots as well. I've learned. I think it was it wasn't Google, it was something else. One of the browsers had incognito mode, and it was literally taking screenshots of what you were watching. So yeah, there's no way. You can't run. There's no way to run. What we've got? Do we have any more questions? David, I watched the scary movie yesterday and I couldn't stop laughing. What's up? Abby, as always, thank you, Vas, for the information on this Saturday live show. Well, I hope you liked it. We have gathered a lot of likes. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. We are here. I am here every Saturday, same time, same place, with my Saturday live eVTOL show. And then through the week, I'm filling up the airtime as well with eVTOL, aerospace, and defense updates as well, and earnings. It's Vazit, yeah. Ewok bike, yeah, we all know Star Wars. That is really nice, Star Wars, yes. Elba, do you like Star Wars? I wouldn't say you. That's amazing. Bitcoin says, looks like a ride mug on a mug. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's the special mug with a mug. Vaz, get t-shirts. Well, you need to speak with Sensei, Elba. You need to speak with Sensei. But I've got a few ideas. But first, you know what? First, we need to sell out the Paris mugs. If we don't sell out the Paris mugs, I can't have any more merchandise, can I? Because it was limited edition. Everyone was pestering me and Sensei, oh, we would like to buy a Vaz mug. And then we got 10 Vaz mugs and nobody buys it. So as soon as we sell out these Paris Air Show mugs, I will ask Sensei if we can have a t-shirt. Okay? Thank you, Elba. Thank you for sending the link, Vaz. Yeah, definitely check it out, NG. You will love it. My love to you, Zach. I see. Missed that one 2 weeks ago. Thanks again, Vaz. Yeah, definitely don't. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I'm here, to remind you of my great shows. Casey says, thanks, Vaz. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for... Abby says, give me the link to the mug and I will buy one. Bear with me. I'm glad you asked. It's Martyn Lucas shop. Two more left. So thank you, Abby. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. It's 2 more left. And I think Sensei set everything up that you get if you buy 1 + 1 mug plus something, you will get a little like 15% off or something. So if you wanna buy that mug and something, you'll buy it cheaper. You are basically making money for buying Martyn Lucas's stuff. No, you're not. I'm joking. This is not a financial advice. But if you buy my Paris Air Show mug plus something from Martyn Lucas shop, you are making money, actually. No, I'm just joking. Matas Asulin says, buy hover. Matan, if you stay here, when I finish the show, click on the link pinned on top of the chat, and it will take you to yesterday's, what was it? I keep forgetting the name. We covered the... Why is that? We covered one of the aerospace and defense conferences where Hover, New Horizon Aircraft, and their CEO, Brandon Robinson, had very good presentation. It was Gabelli 31st Annual Aerospace and Defense Conference. And we had New Horizon Aircraft, their CEO, Brendan Robinson. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, you watched it? Great. I love it. Did you enjoy the conference? Did you enjoy the presentation? I think it was very bold. It was a bit cheeky as well, but I loved it. Yeah, it was great. It was literally Brandon's style. It was a bit like Tony Stark, wasn't it? But yeah, I loved it. He wasn't hiding anything. He was just open. He wasn't sugarcoating anything. So yeah, thanks for that, Martyn. And they are making friends with Zach. Nice. Right, that's it for now. If you stay where you are, there should be a recommendation on the main screen. If not, click on under the video. There's a link. There should be a link, or in the chat there's a pinned link, and you can rewatch the New Horizon aircraft presentation. It was the best. Let's not sugarcoat it. It was the most amazing presentation of the whole panel, of the whole conference. So if you want to, if I would pick one company, one presentation to send you to, that would be New Horizon. Definitely go and check it out. It was fun. It was bold and cheek, but it was honest as well. Very interesting startup focusing on defense. Click on it and go there. That's it from me. If you are watching it, there will actually be a link here on the tab to the video, and there is another link related to this content. Thank you everyone for joining me. If you won't see me through the week, I'll see you next Saturday, and then Monday morning as per usual, or Sunday night Sensei, and then Monday morning Sensei, and then Martyn. That's it for now. Here is a video related to New Horizon aircraft from the conference. Here's another video. Take care of yourselves and each other.